Hello, Norbert here, and today we're going to be creating our very first video for the channel on City Skylines. Before we get on that, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what the channel is going to consist of. I'm going to play a few different games, a few of my favourite games, and maybe some new games as they come out. But I'm basically going to be giving tips and tricks, as well as some entertaining stuff. It's going to be predominantly entertainment, but I'm also going to have some funny stuff in there when I play with my friends online, and you know, a few comedy aspects. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the channel. I'm just going to be doing this in my spare time, and yeah, enjoy. So we're going to be shooting straight in now. We're going to start a new game. We'll go for Lagoon Shore. It seems to give me like the best kind of area to start with. So it's just going to be Norbert, and I live in England, so we're going to go for left-handed traffic. Start the game. So I'm going to be going for a start that I think gives quite good traffic control, and going to be turning that into something that is quite formulative in its structure. So right. So to start City Skylines, straight away you've got no access to anything. You just build a road, you start getting access to these different roads. You can just delete this again straight away. So we've got a road in and a road out. Get this road in and give us a road out. Now, as you can see here, if you've played the game before, let's just get rid of that. Play the game before, you'll notice that roads have to go, one-way roads have to go one way. But if you just get the upgrade tool and right and click on them, you can see they turn around straight away. So now we've got a road in and a road out. Now coming off of these roads, we're going to have sort of a residential area here, and we're going to have a industrial area here. So first road coming in, go for, if you go out right and then go down by one to this kind of line that shows you where to go, you get a perfect right angle. This is quite good for fast moving traffic. You can then delete that afterwards. So now we're going to come down just a small amount. But you know what, I'm just going to go straight over. Go around like this. Now if you press page up, get the, it goes up, get the little bridge. And try and do it as smooth as possible. This one I find, this curve tool gives the best kind of curves. But the other tool is still helpful as well. I'll show you that a little bit later on. Yeah, we're going to page down here and go back to the straight roads. Now in here we basically want to go one across, maybe two up, and then we just simply want to, actually no, I'm only going to go one up, so we can get a bit of an easier curve down here. Let's get to the curve tool. Smooth transition back out of this city. Now the idea of this is the industrial zones can get quite busy with incoming traffic coming from the motorway, and they're going to be like lorries, and they're just going to come in, drop, oh sorry, I forgot to do it. Here's a good tip, right? If you pause the game straight away, because as soon as you come into the game and start placing roads, it's going to give you like a road cost. See, I'm -55, so just pause the game quite early on, just so you can start saving some money until you've got this kind of layout set out. But yeah, as I was saying, the trucks come in, they do their deliveries, and then they go back out the city, or they might want to pop into the city. So basically you want to have this industrial zone accessible from multiple different places, as well as from the people that are going to be obviously going to work into there. So this is the way I like to do it. I have a bit of one-way roads go in and out quite simply. But for this one-way road, we also want another way going upwards as well. And I like to have them all coming up the map, because I'm going to unlock this sector and I'm going to have that as part of the industrial area as well. For now I'm just going to have something simple like that. So they come in and they go out the city. Now down here, we're going to have a residential area. Here we want to do a slightly bigger road as like a main high street. Gonna have this coming up to about here. Keep it quite cheap. You want to, at the start of the game, you're gonna be worrying about money, so you want to keep it quite cheap. You also want to have a way to get into here. A little bit wonky, but well. And we will extend that a bit later on. Now this is where I like to do my roads, right? I have one going across this way. It's not going to quite snap. If you want to unsnap something, you know, see like it jumps to there and locks. You can unsnap here and this will give you, missed, give you a nice kind of exactly where you want it then. I'm going to do it about here, just so I can connect it up easier. I don't want this to be a highway road. Not highway, you know, a two-lane road. I want it to just be a simple road, and then connect that up. Now that'll do for your start, really. You just got your residential coming in. You'll put a few shops on some of these corners. You don't want too many shops in the same place because they build up quite a lot of noise. And you've got your little industrial zone just to get you started. And obviously, one last thing, just need a way back out of the city. And what I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go from here to here first. Reverse the way of that road. Made a little bit of a mistake here. I'm actually going to delete this. And I'm going to do a straight road coming in over here. The reason for this is you want a little bit of a buffer between them. If they were where that road was, some of the cars would be coming into this city, they're going straight around, straight back out again. Straight down, straight around. And it causes a bit of traffic here, especially because you get the traffic lights. But if you have a little bit of a separation, it gives you this whole buffer for any traffic that wants to turn around and go back. And eventually we can add in roundabouts and things like that. Anyway, now while we haven't got much money to play with, so what you want to do is start thinking about your power. On this particular one, I found the power works best around here because you can connect it up with this wood source as well, where you're going to have your outflow pipes. So if you can afford it, get two of these. If not, don't worry, it's no biggie. And here I'm going to have all of my outflow for now. And I'm going to have my inflow coming in over here. Now, if you wanted to do both on the river, that would be fine, because eventually you're going to clear it up anyway. But that's fine, but make sure you do it. See these little arrows on the water? I made the mistake once of putting it this way around, where the pollution was coming out of this one and going into this one. And my people were ill, and I was like, why are my people ill? I was putting down loads of clinics and stuff, and they just was not getting any better. And eventually I realised I had them the wrong way around, so just be careful of that when you're first starting out. So, connect up the water. I like to do like grids, because I just think it makes the best kind of coverage. And saves on pipes, because pipes do have a cost, especially in the early game. And you can also follow the roads as well, because if you think about it in real life, it'd be like that anyway. But just for now, I'm just going to do a simple something like this. Okay, we got a bit of an issue here. Let's see what's going on here. It's got to go coming in, so just reverse that part there. There we go. Right, so we've got water connected there, just need to connect this water. That'll do fine. Power, we need to connect the power. I'm going to do my first houses around here, so this power might just reach, if not just cross over the road. This would also work for your industrial zone, that should just about reach there. Because as the houses start to grow, it acts like a power cable for you, it's like free power cable. Actually, that's probably too much. Just start off small, something like that. And okay, so we've still got 18,000 in the bank. We've got a few roads. We've got enough to make a small start, and eventually we're just gonna spread this out. We've got zones. Just check everything before you start. We've got power. Should reach both. Water should reach both. Okay, I think we're good. So we'll start this off now. The spacebar is a easy way to pause and unpause it. Sound okay. And as you can see, you get a bit of a cost because you've added in these services. Just like any city builder game, it's going to cost you monthly outgoings for these things, and it will do on the police stations and fire stations, etc. as you get going. There we go, got our first citizens moving in. But it will level out quite quickly. I'm going to speed it up just a little while. Any second now, you're going to get a demand for some. These are their entertainment basically. They like to go shopping, so you're going to have to zone a few of these in a moment. But for now, they want a few more houses. I'm just going to chuck in a little bit more. There you go. And then obviously these are their jobs as well. So anyway, I'm going to zone in a few of these. I'm going to go for this tool. Obviously the bucket tool does large areas. This does like that. So you can zone certain areas. So I'm just going to go for something like here maybe. And the maximum, here's another tip, a maximum they can grow is 4 squares by 4 squares. We've got a little bit more residential. Oh, back to this tool, chuck that in. I'm actually going to do one this side as well. Actually I might go for a bit of a squarey one. Get 2 plots going there probably. Now I'm just going to pause this again while I zone a few things around. Get this going. See now residential is completely gone. Still want a little bit of shops and industrial area. So industrial we'll put down now. The got enough residential for now. See I've done something wrong here. What I've done here is I've put the shops at this end and they aren't getting any power. So what I might do is just zone something temporarily until it spreads over there, and we will get some more design. What's it called? Demand for the residential again soon. So anyway, let's go for some shops somewhere. Where's we've got water? Okay, so we can go for in here. Yeah, that'll do. And you want to kind of avoid these highways for the shops. It's okay for the residential, but the shops and things like that can get a bit busy. It's okay obviously on the inside, but not necessarily the outside, because they'll be crossing over trying to get in there and it'll cause congestion. I think I'll just go for something like a small shop here. That should probably do. I'm just going to leave it playing for a bit. This should start to drop again soon as well. Well, we've got some money as well. I'm just going to try and expand this a little bit. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to work towards the highway, because I'm going to construct a bridge up here similar to this, but with highways a bit later on. And it will allow traffic to come in and straight back out again, as well as allowing in from this side, and you can allow access from this side, so they're coming from different angles. Right, now there's a problem with the water. Right, there's no power over there, because that's a mistake as well. Don't do that, this is terrible. You want to connect these up. I'm probably just going to go straight across here. Well, luckily though, I managed to save quite a lot of money on the roads when I first started, and it's no problem, just straight across there, no worries. Let's carry on. I'm going to de-zone this for now. There you go, the water's coming in now, they're all fine. There you go, getting a little bit more red. I'm going to de-zone this, so that they spread across there and power these. Like I said, I'm going to go back to try and expand this. So let's go around like that, okay. This way. For now we're just allowing people in and out. We will come back to these roads at some point and try and make them a bit more useful, a bit more user friendly. I'm just going to do that. I don't expect to be coming out much further this way. Let me expand towards here, and this will be my industrial area all around here. And that should last long enough until you're ready to get the office zones out, which are these ones here. and they will also feel the demand for that. You get them at 7,000 people, which isn't too bad. It's taken quite a long while to get some people in. Let's keep it running. We've still got 6,000. You do at the start, most of the time you do just dip under that by about £500 most times before this kind of equals out. Let's speed up a little bit. The idea is you want to try and spend these last remaining money on preparing for the worst. Your first kind of milestone is over here. And that's a population of 460 people. With that, you get a bit of bonus cash and you unlock some more services. But I'll tell you about that in a moment. So we're doing okay for now. I do like this region. This region's quite nice. You've got some islands over here that I'm going to try and unlock. It's quite easy to access the rail as well if you just unlock one of these tiles. I tend to go for this one. So you can get rail into your city. You know, you get a few bridges. It's just, it's quite a nice looking one. This one here serves as quite a good outflow pipe for the start. I might do something different. What's over this way? Oh, there we go. Oh, I might go out that way. That's quite nice. I might be able to get over there. Do a bit different. A bit later on, I might try and get. Yeah, look, the money's nearly sorted now. So that's good. We managed to save nearly 6,000. Oh, look, massive for residential. Let's get these in. Now, right, this is a tip that I've kind of developed myself. See, we've got this junction here and this junction here. It's quite a short distance between it, so they're going to come in. It's going to cause a little bit of congestion. So what I like to do, let's just extend this a little bit. So I have one going across, and then from one side or the other, I go almost all the way across, but stop just before it. What that means is traffic won't go up. It'll give a bit of space between these, and then from here you can go back the other way. There's not enough money at the moment, but you get the idea. So and then this one you can go all the way across, and then on this next one you go like that, but the opposite way. And what this means is, like, your fire services can still get into these cul-de-sacs, so you don't lose too much fire coverage and school coverage and things like that. But it means that you're also not getting congestion in too many places. There's that there, but then it will have a gap there, so it gives you a bit of space. And the same this side, you've got a bit of a gap there, so you have one going back that way. Just allows you to help with traffic a little bit. And what you're going to do is, when you're trying to unlock the parks and the decoration and that, you're going to do some paths. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up here for the first episode. I think that's quite long enough, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to continue where I left off. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see some more of you following the channel. Thank you very much. Norbert, away!